Howdy guys, I have a small review for you today on the new Lorac Summer 2015 eyeshadow palettes. Here are the boxes. The Alter Ego Dream Girl and a Heartbreaker. And looking at the color selection in both of these palettes, they are summery, but the Heartbreaker palette seems to be more of a night look palette, and the Dream Girl seems to be more of a day look palette, and I'll show you them so you can see. This is the Heartbreaker palette, the bright neon pink, and then the orange sickle one is the Dream Girl. So let me show you the insides. This is the Heartbreaker palette. Pigmentation in these palettes is really good. I've already used this one. And you can see what I mean with these colors here and these darker colors. It seems to be more of an overall night palette look, but of course you can still use it during the day, because I have. And now let me show you the Dream Girl palette. This is the Dream Girl palette. As you can see, it's more of an overall lighter tone. Nice summery colors here. Now let me show you the two palettes together so you can compare the colors. These are the two palettes together. Now I'm going to swatch these on the back of my hand so you can see what the colors look like. I'll start off with the Heartbreaker palette, the one that's more of a night look palette. And I'll just swatch half the palette on my hand at one time and then do the other half. And there's various different finishes in this palette. I'll try and describe them. Alright, so I'm going to be doing this half of the palette first on my hand. So these are the swatches. The one on the very top that looks a bit chalky is this bottom panel here, and it looks chalky because of brown skin. It does swatch very smooth. And then we have that brown, that purple, there's that pink color, and then the light brown is on the bottom. The one at the very top is definitely a matte, but all the other colors are not true mattes. This brown here looks kind of matte, and this one here is definitely more of a velvet looking texture. It's not satin, but it's also not matte. So those are the swatches. Now I'm going to do the other half of the palette. Wipe these off. I'm going to do the other one in a reverse order because I want to swatch the lighter colors first, so that way the swatches aren't muddied from me touching all the eyeshadows. So I'm going to do the lighter colors first on this side. I'm really loving these palettes. I'm really impressed. Like last year's summer palette, the eyeshadows, they were really stiff, they were really hard. They're not the same as these. And also in these palettes you get over 20 grams of product for only $24. Okay, so here is the other side. Just finished swatching. There are these swatches. Now let me show you the side of the palette. So that's this darker side of the palette, as you can see here. So the color on the very bottom is definitely a frosty white. On the camera it may look matte, but it's definitely a frosty sheen white, which I love. I do not like matte whites because I can't really use them on my skin. And then the second one up from the bottom is the silver, which is right next to the dark blue. Then above that we have the light blue, the dark blue, and the brown. So the brown and the blue definitely have shimmer in them, and of course the silver is definitely metallic, but this blue one here is more like a satin finish. So I would say if you want to rate the mattes in this palette, it's just this one down here, and maybe this brown up here could pass as a matte, but that's excellent for me because I do not like matte eyeshadows at all. So let me now move on to the other palette with swatches. And I'll leave that open for one last look before I finish the video. Okay, so now we're moving on to the Dream Girl palette. First I will swatch one side and then move on to the other, like I did with the other palette. I still don't know which of these palettes are my favorite. I guess that'll end up being whichever one I use the most, because I really love them both. They really have cool color selections in both of these palettes, and they're definitely different than the last year's palettes. I only have one here that I showed you, or I can show you if I haven't already. Can't remember. But okay, so here are the first half palette I'm going to show you swatches of. And here are the swatches. So that bottom color is this vertical bar here, which is not matte. It's more like a shimmery white color, or light beige, cream, yes, shimmery cream color. Then we have that yellowy, light gold yellow color, which is the one over here, which is not matte. It does look matte on the internet when I was first looking at this palette to see if I wanted to get it, but it's definitely not matte. It's like a shimmery, very light candle gold color. And then we have this brown here, which is matte. Then we have these two colors here, which are also matte, but they don't seem to be true mattes, at least not to me. But see how pigmented that teal turquoise color is? Really nice. Can't wait to play with that one. So that's this half of the palette. Now let's move on and swatch the other half. Let's just get these off my hand here. So now I will swatch the other side, which has way more shimmers on it, which you know is right up my alley, because I don't like matte shades. So let's just swatch these. They swatch really nice. I would even say I like these palettes better than the Lorac Pro, because I wore the Lorac Pro. Originally I didn't want to get it because I didn't really like the color selection in it, but then one day I had extra money, so I was like, oh, let me try out, you know, the hype that everyone goes on about. But the first day I wore it, it creased on me, even though I used their primer with it, and, you know, I applied the shadow the right way. But as you can see, I have like hooded eyes, so shadows, sometimes they crease on me, but if it's a good brand, it won't crease on me. Like Urban Decay does not crease on me. These palettes don't crease on me, but the Lorac Pro felt the need to crease on me. So, you know, and I have to work all day, so I can't wear eyeshadow that creases, you know, before I get home. So here is the half I just swatched, and there are these swatches. And this down here is more of a, I guess, nudie color. It's satiny, and then there's the gold. That purple is very nice, and then there's that green, which is kind of a yellowy toned green, which is perfect for the summer, and then that brown. So all these colors you can see are shimmery, satiny finish, but the purple one, as you can see in the pan, is sparkly. So there's this palette, and I hope you enjoyed all those swatches. I have worn both of these palettes already. They performed really nice. They're soft eyeshadows. I use a flat shader brush to apply most of the eyeshadow. Really love these. They're great. If you have extra money, definitely pick them up. Let me show you, if I didn't already, the summer palette I do have from last year. This is the one from last year. This one's called the Summer Glow. There was another one that had very similar color selection, but a darker overall tone, and that was called the Afterglow, and it was in a turquoise case. This one's in like a tan golden case. But these are the colors from last year, and as you can see, they are not the same. It's a completely different tone. I love these. They're awesome. But yeah, this summer palette is the one where the eyeshadows are definitely harder in the pan. They're not as soft as these two new ones I showed you, and it's just a mistake. But these two from this summer 2015 are great. Also, there was another Lorac palette that I really liked. I'll just show you really quickly. The Lorac Party palette. I think it was an Ulta exclusive. Let me just show you that one. This one is all shimmers, and these two down here satins. Love this palette. This palette has the same formula as these summer 2015 palettes. So if you were hesitant about picking this up, I would definitely, well, you can still find it. This is the same formula as the two new ones. Different formula than the summer 2014 palette. That one, I have it for collection. I do like the colors, but you have to do a little more work to use that palette. I would definitely suggest using a fluffy shader brush and not a flat shader brush for that palette. But I hope you like my review. Let me show you the boxes one last time. So the Heartbreaker is the neon pink, and the Dream Girl is the orange sickle. Thanks for watching this video review. I hope you enjoyed the swatches, and thanks for watching.